Okay, and welcome to our third and final portion of the concert tonight. The Wind Symphony is the advanced ensemble here at the high school, and we've had a tremendous year with them. We played some really fun, great music, had a great time doing it. We also did a couple of things sort of outside of the normal, what we would regularly do throughout the year. One of those, every year we record for an audition for the Midwest Clinic to perform there. We obviously were not chosen this year again, but it's always a great thing to see how we progress and we get better through that process each year. It's a really intense 2-day recording session that we do. We bring some people in, do that. They did a marvelous job with that. And also last week, we played together, I think for the first time since State Festival. We played at the Ford Center on the campus of the University of Mississippi. I had a trade concert with their wind ensemble. It was a phenomenal night, had a great time. Aside from the weather on the way back, it was a fantastic evening through and through. So we're really excited to play the concert for you tonight and really show you what we've been doing for the last semester. The first piece we're going to start with you is actually two pieces, but they're going to run consecutive to one another. It's by a Russian composer, Dmitri Shostakovich. And I know right now, like the way the world is, it's easy to find a lot of the darkness and just, to be honest, the scary stuff that's out there, especially in that part of the world. And there's two pieces that we're going to play back to back. The first one is very dark. It's in E-flat minor. It's very dark, scary, all of those descriptors, and it's going to eventually lead into a more hopeful piece called Festive Overture. And I hope that, again, with everything going on in the world, I hope that that's a sort of something we can all look at and hope that kind of works out for all of us the same way. So we'll start our concert off tonight with a Shostakovich Set, the Prelude in E-flat minor, and straight into Festive Overture. Okay, just keeping up with where we are in the program is half the battle tonight. We just got to cover a lot of ground, and we've got a lot of people to recognize and thank. And one of the key things to having a successful band program, aside from having great students, is having great parents. Having great parents and great volunteers. And we have that here. We've had that here since we opened the school almost 14 years ago. So one of the things that I want to do at this point is recognize and announce our Parents of the Year. This is an award that the band staff gets together and talks about. Other parents don't vote on this. This is just what the band staff among us sit and talk and discuss. And a lot of it goes into it because there's a lot of Parents of the Year, in my opinion. We can't do what we do without having a lot of Parents of the Year. So, but this year in particular, we had two individuals that just, without them, I think, especially with how the organization is run, I think we would not see the same level of success that we've been able to in the past couple of years. So at this time, I want to recognize the Parents of the Year. We have two of them. The first one is Rita Hodges. Rita, please come up to the stage. Rita is our outgoing treasurer. She's been the treasurer for the past 2 years. She's done a wonderful job keeping me in line with making sure that we're doing what we need to do to get from one part of the season to the next. And I'm running out of things to say. Because I want to make sure you're up here and get your award first. I should have mentioned that the award is named after our first president and vice president, Gus Stanford and Sheldon Vance. It's named after them because they set the bar really high, and we think about, or especially me, I think about those two every year when it's time to pick this award. But our second Parent of the Year goes to our outgoing Vice President, Steve Mahal. Refer to these two as the financial team and they always kind of look at me, but it's very much a team, and they've been great for us. Okay, to our next piece, take a little trip to Ireland. Luigi Zaninelli was and is in some capacity still the composer in residence at the University of Southern Mississippi. I was a student of his while I was there, and during that time he was republishing a piece called Lagan Love after he had visited Ireland. It's just a really pretty piece based off of a folk song. As you see, it comes with a harp part, and we are lucky enough to have Addie with us, who plays harp also. I'm gonna embarrass her a little bit. But we're really excited and fortunate that we have, for starters, that we have an instrument here that we can use, and we have a student that is talented enough to play it. So we're gonna play, the next piece for you is Lagan Love by Luigi Zaninelli. year to year, we haven't done this every year, but we have done it before. There's a student that's particularly interested in this side of the band stuff. I try to give them an opportunity to guest conduct. This year, and I'm glad because I need a break. I'm like, do this. But luckily, our piccolo player, our first chair piccolo, and our stage manager, Amari is going to be guest conducting this next piece. He is going to conduct a march by John Philip Sousa, the Liberty Bell. And would you please welcome to the stage, Amari Conner. Wasn't that nice? Didn't you do such a good job? Okay, next part of the program is a special treat for us here to be able to do for you tonight. one of the cool things I get to do is I'm on the Special Projects Committee for the Phi Beta Mu International Bandmasters Fraternity. And what we do is we do special projects. We do commissions and things of that nature. The piece that we started tonight with Festive Overture is a special little connection there. One of my teachers in high school and in college and after I became a band director was a man by the name of Gary Cook. And he was also the director manager of the Mississippi Lions Band for many, many years. And I was in that organization and learned so much from being around him and the other people. And the first year I ever made the Lions Band, we played Festive Overture. And I remember how much it changed me as a human to play that music. And I've always associated it with him. And so I think that's a special little connection about him, especially for tonight. But one of the things we have done this past year was Mr. Cook passed away in September of 2021, and we decided to do a commission in his memory. And what I'm going to do for you is sort of give you a rough background, if I can make it through it, about Mr. Cook and how much he meant to me and so many people in our profession in this state. So I'm going to give you a brief background about him and the piece. This was actually also premiered in Natchez this past December with the All-State Concert Band. So I think this is its second or third, I think the third performance of the piece. But just to kind of give you some background, Mr. Gary Cook was a band director in our state for over 43 years, spanning from the junior high, high school, and collegiate level, as well as a mentor to countless students in private lessons and countless hours helping band directors develop their craft. He was also a past president of Mississippi Bandmasters and Phi Beta Mu and was inducted into the Phi Beta Mu Hall of Fame in 1997. Mr. Cook was a true master teacher in every sense of the term. He was wise, he was honest, he was an incredible musical talent, and he had an unforgettable sense of humor that made his teaching style very unique. His influence encompasses decades and generations for those that are both aware and unaware of his life and work. Mr. Cook passed away in September of 2021, and upon his passing, myself and other members of the Phi Beta Mu Special Projects Committee felt a commission would be a great way to immortalize and honor one of the most important band director icons in the history of our state. Mr. Cook also loved the music of composer Robert Sheldon and spoke highly of it as both a vehicle for artistry and teaching, often saying of the composer, "That Robert Sheldon, he sure can write a pretty melody." It seemed only fitting to ask Robert to compose a piece in Mr. Cook's honor and memory. The Trace, named after the Natchez Trace, exhibits the figurative beauty of the historic forest trail, but coincidentally, the Trace is perhaps even more fitting considering how so many people in my profession, and even sitting on the stage, and throughout the country can literally trace their music education in some way back to Mr. Cook and his influence. I need to skip a few things there. Lastly, Mr. Cook loved music almost more than anything, but perhaps more than music, he loved people. Most of all, his wife Hannah, daughter Whitney, and granddaughters Claire, Emma, and Anna Kate. Tonight, Hannah and Whitney are in the audience with us. Would you please stand, Ms. Cook and Whitney? And it is also Mr. Cook's birthday today. So I'm just excited that I made it all the way through that, because in December when I had to do that, I did not. So we are going to perform this work for you, The Trace, that was commissioned for the memory of Mr. Cook, and we hope you enjoy The Trace. Mr. Valentine has a few awards for his jazz band at this time.
All right, we're going to do the awards for the jazz band for the students that are in this ensemble. Okay, just like earlier, we will start with the most improved award. Okay, and that award goes to Mr. David Wazilowski. Okay, the next award that will go in the final for the jazz band for this year is the most outstanding award, and this has actually been the students is a great student, as I told you earlier, that I can give you a reason for a lot of those students and tell you why they're great, but particularly this one because I get into a pickle sometimes. It's like I want to play something, but I don't have that instrument, or I got somebody else on the instrument that needs to play another instrument, and this person generally goes, okay, well, I'll learn it for you. So, and that will keep them in the Rolodex, and that goes to Mr. Morgan Green. Give him a thank you.
All right, now some awards for Wind Symphony. I'm going to give my most improved first. Our first most improved member of the Wind Symphony is Addison Warner. Next, most improved member of, and I say most improved, like, I mean, they're already so good. It's just when we see particular growth, we want to talk about it and let them know. The next most improved in the Wind Symphony goes to Jalen Mathis. Last most improved goes to Camden Russ. Okay. We get a picture. We have a chance. Should mention before moving to most outstanding, these are for undergraduates. We have special awards for senior members of this ensemble. So our first most outstanding member of the Wind Symphony, you've already met him once tonight, is our piccoloist and student conductor and stage manager, Amari. Next, most outstanding, goes to our principal horn player, Alex Kinney. And finally, most outstanding Wind Symphony goes to Cooper Hancock. I do want to say, before we move on to the next bit, that there is an error in your program. There was one student left off of the personnel list for this ensemble. And the reason that he was left off was because he is in this ensemble in sort of a pretty special and spectacular capacity. We have an 8th grader that plays in this ensemble, and he most of the people you see on stage are juniors or seniors, but he's in 8th grade, and because we got our lists confused and didn't all make it into the program, I do want to recognize Andrew Martin. He's only an 8th grader for like 2 more weeks though. So. All right. Okay. Next, on to our awards palooza here. We have 4 senior awards that are big awards that go up in the band hall that are there for posterity, that stay there forever. The first one is the Excellence in Color Guard Award, which is exactly what it says it is. It recognizes most outstanding student in the area of color guard. This year, that student is Christina Carter. We're getting the next award ready. I do want to mention that it's pretty outstanding that anybody can play in this ensemble, but then to play in this ensemble and be and also be multi-talented and be as good as she is and other people are at color guard on top of it. And let me tell you, she's here for all the sectionals, she's here for all the extra rehearsals. She's done an amazing job just balancing those two things. And I've always found that just particularly incredible, not just of her, but all of our musicians who are musicians first, and then do the color guard thing on the side to help make that even better. So thank you, congratulations again. Next is the Ted Poor Excellence in Leadership Award. For those of you that don't know, Ted Poor was the first principal that started Germantown High School and hired me. He was a fantastic leader and great boss. I can't say enough great things about him. He's also about to be the new superintendent for Madison County. So we, I guess maybe the 3rd or 4th year, we started an award named after him that sort of embodied the things about Mr. Poor that made him such a great leader, and some of these students that sort of show the same characteristics. This year, our first Ted Poor Award winner goes to Trinity Worthy. And our second Ted Poor Award winner is Will Waslocki. Next is the Director's Award. The Director's Award is sort of a combination of both leadership and excellent musical talent sort of rolled into one award. There are 3 Director's Award winners this year. The first one goes to Parker Turner. Our second Director's Award goes to Audrey Omar. And I want to say one thing about this before I announce the last individual for this award, because I think it's important to mention. We talk a lot about finishing and finishing strong and finishing the race well. And this is definitely a marathon to start in this program in 6th grade and go all the way to high school. Some of us make it, some of us don't. But one of the things that's been particularly, that I've been particularly proud of with this individual in particular is his ability to finish strong and not just go to the end of his career here, but do it right and do it in a way that he can be proud of and everybody can be proud of. And I definitely think how he finished his senior year playing in multiple ensembles, not just this one, but multiple ensembles on multiple instruments. I think Kyle Austin is a great example. Kyle is a percussionist and a clarinetist. Okay. Finally, the John Philip Sousa Award is the highest award that a high school band member can attain from their high school band. This year we have 3 of them. This award embodies the highest level of musical ability and aptitude, and not only highlights that, but their work ethic and their commitment to their band program to make their band program the best it can be. Our first John Philip Sousa Award winner goes to Steve Yadula. Next is our principal saxophonist, Parker Lofton. And finally, the last John Philip Sousa Award winner goes to our principal clarinetist, Gabby Caraway. Christina, yeah, thank you. I also wanted to point out while we have a moment, and I meant to do this earlier in the program, but any students we have that are currently or have been in the Mississippi Lions Band, would you please stand? If you're already standing up here, would you just wave? If you're already standing up here. It takes uncommon commitment to get to that level, and we're certainly proud of our students that are in the Lions Band either this year or in years past. At this time, we're going to call the seniors to the front to receive their gift from the band and the band boosters. If you're already up here, just come get your award when we call your name, and then you'll just start up here. So the first person, when I call your name, just come right in front of the podium, okay? So Kyle Austin, would you please come up to the front? Next is Andrew Bain. Next, Gary Beeman. Next, Gabby Caraway. Christina Carter. Will Griffin. Next, Audrey Elmore. Sebastian Hodges. Alex Janos. The concert band and symphonic band folks, if you're in the audience and you're a senior, just be ready to come up here because we're going to be announcing your names. Just kind of be on deck, ready to go. The next person, Nehemiah Johnson. Next, Paige Johnson. Next, Ella Kennedy. Noah Landris. Ashley Lofton. Parker Lofton. Presley Morris. Parker Mulholland. Just want to give him some. Parker Mulholland, everyone. Bridget Pepper. Shania Smith. Ava Trippi. Parker Turner. Dylan Uribe. Riley Will. Willis Lockey. Trinity Worthy. And Steve Yadula. Ladies and gentlemen, your class of 2024 Germantown High School Band. Seniors, we love you, we're proud of you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Hi, I'm Audrey Omar. I'm one of the seniors this year. On behalf of the class of 2024 in band, I'd like to thank Mr. Harbison for everything that he's done for us over the past 4 years. Our band program wouldn't be the same without him. So, to thank him, we put together a little surprise to seniors and the band boosters helped, of course.
think that is all of our awards. When we are finished here, we're having a reception. All current band students are invited to that, and senior parents. We are asking that only senior parents and senior family members come to that, just because of the space limitations we have in the band hall. So as soon as we play the last tune, we are going to ask seniors, I know they probably want to take some pictures and all that, do that as quickly as you can and then get to the band hall so we can do the reception there. I do want to take a moment to thank our band boosters, our president, Emily Carney, our newly elected band booster officers, our president, Emily Carney, vice president, Jennifer Bell, secretary, Alexis Wilkerson, fundraising, Leslie Petro, and who am I leaving out? Is that everyone? Who? Treasurer, sorry, that's important. Jenny Davis. There's a lot going on up here, I'm so sorry. I thought I got all of them in my list. But thank you to the band boosters and the band booster officers for all they do. We would not have a successful band program without great people like that running things, and we're so happy that they are part of this. Our last tune for the night is Come Sunday, and we hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for a great year. Looking forward to next year. We will have the reception at the band hall as soon as you can get there. Seniors, as soon as you can get to the band hall, the better, okay? Everybody else